June 28, 1914. Gavrilo Princip, a young Serbian nationalist, assassinates Archduke Franz Ferdinand in Sarajevo. Europe is thrust into turmoil. Nations begin to mobilize, alliances activate, and the world braces for conflict. Austria-Hungary declares war on Serbia. Russia mobilizes in support of Serbia. Germany backs Austria-Hungary, while France and Britain prepare to defend their allies. The war spreads across Europe. Germany invades Belgium to outflank French forces. Britain enters the war. The Schlieffen Plan unfolds, but French and British forces halt the German advance at the Marne. Trench warfare begins. Soldiers endure horrific conditions in the trenches: mud, rats, and constant bombardment. Over-the-top attacks result in massive casualties, with little territorial gain. The stalemate sets in. The British Royal Navy blockades Germany, aiming to starve the nation into submission. The German U-boats respond, sinking ships indiscriminately, including the Lusitania, drawing U.S. attention. Russia struggles against Germany and Austria-Hungary. Battles like Tannenberg showcase the devastating power of modern warfare. The Russian army suffers heavy losses, and morale plummets. World War I sees the introduction of new, deadly weapons: machine guns, poison gas, tanks, and airplanes. These technologies increase the scale of death and destruction, changing warfare forever. The war spreads beyond Europe. Battles rage in Africa, the Middle East, and Asia. Colonial troops from around the world fight for their imperial powers, hoping for freedom after the war. Civilians contribute to the war effort through rationing, war bonds, and factory work. Propaganda fuels nationalism, while dissent is harshly suppressed. Women take on new roles in the workforce. In 1916, Germany launches a massive offensive at Verdun. The battle lasts 10 months, with over 700,000 casualties. Verdun becomes a symbol of French resistance and the futility of trench warfare. The Allies launch the Somme Offensive to relieve pressure on Verdun. The first day sees 60,000 British casualties. The battle dragged on for months, with over 1 million men killed or wounded. The United States enters the war in 1917. Germany's unrestricted submarine warfare and the Zimmermann telegram provoke the U.S. to declare war on Germany. Fresh American troops provide a much-needed boost to the weary Allies. The Russian Revolution war fatigue and economic collapse lead to the Russian Revolution. Tsar Nicholas II abdicated, and the Bolsheviks, led by Lenin, seized power. Russia exits the war, signing the Treaty of Brest-Litovsk. The 100 Days Offensive in 1918, the Allies launched a series of offensives, pushing back German forces. The tide turns as Germany, weakened by blockades and internal strife, is unable to withstand the onslaught. Armistice Day, November 11, 1918. Germany signs an armistice in a railway carriage in Compiègne, France. The guns fall silent. The Great War ends, leaving millions dead and Europe in ruins. The aftermath: the Treaty of Versailles imposes harsh penalties on Germany, sowing seeds of future conflict. The League of Nations was formed, but the world remains divided. The scars of war run deep. What we did learn is: 1. War reshapes nations and leaves scars on generations, and peace requires vigilance and understanding. 2. Joining and subscribing allows you to experience more beautiful stories. 3. Liking and sharing this content helps us create more for you. The end.